And we are live, Day One Journey. Yes, live every single day now on Facebook. Episode 737, I think. But what do you care? Well, today I want to share with you my thoughts about this. I'm always progressing. Well, if you know me, or if you saw some of the Day One Journey videos, I always want to practice something. I want to get better. I'm moving towards growth in my life, and I want to practice. I want to get better, whether it's my communication skills, whether it's my dancing skills. I remember back in the days when we had the group Algoritmos. Yes, I was fighting to have more rehearsals. I always want to practice more. I realize when I practice, I get better. I like this feeling of doing something that once I wasn't that good, but now I can do it just like that, smoothly, without even thinking, effortlessly. Well, so I'm excited about practicing. And as I shared with you before, let's say I want to learn something, so I read a book or I talk to someone. My next question is, what can I practice? I'm not necessarily looking for the hacks, for the tips, I'm looking for something that I can practice. I understand that in order to get better, I need to do something about that, probably for a long period of time, consistently. So this is my question. What can I practice? And the second thing that I want to share with you, which is probably the main thing I want to share with you today, that when I think about practicing, I think that I practice all the time. Whether I feel like it or not, whether I think about it or not, consciously, subconsciously, I'm always practicing. Let's say right now, I'm sitting right now. So sometimes I'm sitting slouched. And let's say I sit like that for several days, and like my back is round. I'm also practicing that. Whatever I do repeatedly, I get used to it. It becomes a habit. And there's the quote that I like. It says something like, what we did, forgot the quote. Actions. Okay. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. Well, I actually believe in this quote. Whatever I do, yes, it does become, whatever I think about becomes what I do. What I do becomes a habit. A habit becomes my character. It becomes who I am. And then it becomes my destiny. Well, yes, I do believe in that. And I'm always practicing. For example, English. Right now, English is not my native language. And if I'm just speaking English without having some kind of feedback, let's say I have a specific errors in English. Sometimes I say how it looks like instead of how it looks. So if I repeat that without knowing it's a mistake, but I repeat that, and I will repeat that because it's very common to say how it feels like. You don't need to say the like. Well, I'm practicing that as well. Let's say I'm something else. Let's say I'm getting angry about something, and I'm also practicing that. Whatever we do repeatedly, we get good at. Maybe I walk in an awkward way, but I do that for a long time. I'm also practicing that. That's the thing. Let's say I'm dancing. So I keep on dancing for 10 years. It doesn't mean that I get better at dancing. I might get better in whatever I'm doing. Maybe I'm doing mistakes. So maybe I'm repeating mistakes. So if I repeat mistakes, I practice them. So I get better doing the mistakes. That's the thing. Whatever I do, I practice. Whatever I do, I practice. I try to remind myself this fact every single day. Because let's say I do something, it's good for me, especially in the long term, and then I change it. Let's say I start to eat some junk, you know, I stuff myself with too much food. Why it becomes a habit? And I practice it. Whatever I do, I practice. Whatever I do, I get better. I get better at it, whether I want that thing or not. I think that we are creatures of habit. Whatever we do, what we will do repeatedly becomes who we are. So I want to be conscious about what I do. Yes. And always practicing. This is my message for you for the day. This is what I want to share with you. I have a feeling that we'll talk about that also tomorrow. Either way, have an amazing day. And of course, day one. See you tomorrow.